Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a anorexic story. Story of Juton, an ex-anorexic. If that is even possible, because while it is a mental disorder, eating disorder, mental illness, one can never be truly sure that it goes away, because those mentalities are always hidden, or quite possibly could always be hidden in your mind. While I have gained 35 pounds since August of last year, which I was at my lowest, saying which a whole lot, I'm just going to start over. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special report by Juton of the Villainous Times, the story of an ex-anorexic Part 2. While this is a mental illness, I'm not absolutely sure that any of the tendencies which follow through my brain will ever disappear. The mentalities of the self-conscious, however, have changed into self-awareness, which is an amazing thing for what I've been able to do for all of you, and that is write and make movies, these things, that is, and hopefully in the future I'll be doing stand-up for you and other sorts of quite possibly motivational things as the future allows. Too many lulls, which is to ruffle laughter, which is to make you laugh. So I'm a bit of a nerd, having a body dysmorphia and having your total self-worth attached to an image in the mirror, which is, well, let's say, bony, at very least is, lonely. But anyways, the story of my awakening out from the sickness and into a stage of recovery, because that term is different for everybody, and some people actually it means nothing, and for some it means just an attempt whereby to appease other people. Mine is to actually has been fantastic for my physical form, my mental health, and my internal organs, which hated me in the past. So yeah, what spawned the self-consciousness into self-awareness is when I was 26 years old, I started waking up to the fact that what I really wanted to do in life was not serve others and what they wanted me to look like and do and have a job and have a white picket fence and 2 cars, 3 kids, and all that kind of thing. I lived on a sailboat for a year and a half, which was fantastic for me. Sold that to start the adventure of staying in the corporate world and having those latter things, aka money, housing, a vehicle and whatnot. And so anyway, at 26 years old, woke up and decided that that wasn't for me. And not only was it not for me, I was willing to go to the opposite end of the spectrum. Now, the awareness was still birthed mostly in self-consciousness, which is to say that how I appeared in front of other people was always in my mind. And now it is how I appear in the moment to myself and how I want to live upon or to others, how I want to treat them. That is more at the forefront. And what spawned that is this sentence. I was called a skeletal anorexic Holocaust victim. Now at that point I realized that that's quite a statement to say from someone who professes to actually like you in any capacity as a friend or a lover or a romantic whatever, husband, wife, anything that traumatic, has deep-rooted issues either in the self being me, being true that I was anorexic and quite possibly still am, and also in the other person towards me. There is some sort of rage or opinion of me that spawned in their anger in the moment for them to say something like that, which is to say that, they weren't slow to anger, let's put it that way. So anyways, that really was the driving force of change in my brain. Now, that didn't actually change anything that I did physically, in the moment, but it did in the future, and that's how I got here, which is awesome. Now, for anyone that would like to know, I'm a complete and utter nerd. Quite possibly not intellectually, of course, being like those people on Big Bang Theory who are massively intelligent. But at least in terms of gaming and culture and wordsmith-wise, fantasy is amazing. It does amazing things for getting messages across, just like comedy does, and most of my things are going to be funny. This one, not very funny. Could have probably done it a lot funnier, but it is a serious topic, as eating disorders kill, by percentage, more people than any other mental illness in first world countries, which is unfortunate. So anyways, the key is that I can't tell you what anorexia is to other people, but what it is to me is my entire self-worth as a human being being caught up in my physical form, but at the same time having body dysmorphia, so I don't, in the mirror I will always look not handsome, fat, ugly, which is, you know, has a long progression for that to happen, and how that happens to each individual I can't say. What I can tell you is, if you know someone who you think is sick, has a mental illness or eating disorder, don't try and fix them. Try and understand them. In understanding, you can find compassion, love, and acceptance, and that's the key to overcoming. The birth point of overcoming is that somebody understands you, somebody accepts you, and they want to support you. No, they want to support you. So anyways, you need to not tell them, you need to not tell them just eat. There is a myriad of reasons why we who have eating disorders don't really want to eat. The best thing you could do if you want us to eat is explain to us the nutritional side of everything that you're putting in front of us. So again, this puts a big emphasis on you as the supporter, the compassionate one, the family member, the friend. You have to be more than just a voice of, you need to get better, you need to get better, you need to get better, you need to get better. You have to be understanding and compassionate and invest some time in them. Yes, you have to invest time in people in order to understand them, to love them, which in my case is nearly non-existent, but I'm okay with that because I'm strong. No, I have no confidence in myself. All I have left is courage. And courage, while being akin to confidence, is not the same thing. I thank you so much for stopping by. Part 3 to come in the future. So remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and persevere always. Remain alive. Because it'll... Sorry about that. Life is a journey. It's a long road. It's not a goal or a destination or a weight or a particular image. It takes a long time to get somewhere. So let's get somewhere together, you and I. I'm not going anywhere. But unless I get hit while cycling something, go with someone, I die. Anyway, I'm not going to stop. I'll always be here for you. You can reach me by email at villainoftruth@gmail.com. You can check out my poetry at villainoftruth.blogspot.com and thevillainoustimes.blogspot.com as well for the transcripts, although not being exactly what I've said in each broadcast. I will be here for you people. I'll do my best to respond to emails as they come in, as at this point I've received next to none. But that's okay, because this is the birthplace of a journey that you and I will tackle together, in whatever capacity that I find myself in the moment, being able and available to help you. I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I'll do my best. Remember, universal,
and equality, which I said backwards,
is one of the most important things in the world. Alongside compassion, which is the golden rule, treating others how you would want to be treated. Thank you so much for tuning in for this special report, Tuesday, May 29th, 2012. I'll see you tomorrow for another Villainous Times broadcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Juton. Have a very fantastic evening. And remember, when a rogue comes at you, bubble earth.